Well, here we are on the quest for the Gaymers, day 2 in the beautiful Norfolk village of Banham. Look at the fabulous details on that spire. We got there about 55 minutes later than we expected to, but never mind. We had a good route round the churchyard first of all. Banham Parish Church welcomes you. A family-friendly church. And indeed it was. That looks like quite a substantial 18th century building there. But just next to it, this beauty. You know, I love the idea of perhaps Long John Gaymer living in a house like that. I've no proof, of course. I'll just let you enjoy the churchyard now. Lots of beautiful thatched cottages like that around. That's a 12th century door there. I have to think of the generations of people going through that fine repair job at the bottom. Here it is, tombstone, Mary, John and Robert Gaymer. Travelled quite a long way to come and see this. It's not at the actual site of the tomb itself. I don't think anybody knows where that is now, but so that's been there for quite a while, hasn't it? It's a fine leading on these windows. It's our new friend the vicar, and the interior of the church. Morty Vicar. This lady was an absolute mine of information. There's Primrose looking beautiful there. And some of the worshippers. We got there too late for the service. I don't think it would have taken too well to Sam's music on his headphones anyway. It was nice of him to get some flowers out to welcome us in. I'd love to get my paws on that organ. And this is one of the 2 windows that were dedicated by the Gaymer family. Inspiring inscription there. Beautiful, beautiful colours. These 2 windows are beautifully situated side by side, but both dedicated to various members of the Gaymer family. This chap has been laying here for quite some time. He was previously in the churchyard, but this monument, that looks like it's made of stone. It's actually made out of solid oak. It used to be very brightly painted in a quite realistic way, but the Victorians decided it looked better painted like stone. Wonderful carving. Let the children come to me. Reader, stand still and do remark, here lies old Kemp, the parish clerk. For 40 years and more, what then? He had his faults like other men. Could ring, could sing and read so well, few parish clerks could him excel. But now he's laid within the ground, till the last trumpet's solemn sound shall shake the earth and rend the skies. Then he, with millions, will arise. I'm sure you will, Robert. And here we have the two Gaymer windows side by side. Quite a contrast in the amount of light they let through, isn't there? And Judy soon found someone that shared her enthusiasm for genealogy.
I'd noted my family, my mother's side of the family, come from Halvergate. They were farmers in Halvergate, and it was really interesting because we found a document which is dates back to the late 1700s, 1793 or something. And there is my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather's signature. That was very strange to stand looking at it, because they recite everything in those as well.
Whenever I see doors like this, knocked about by age, by hundreds of years of being pounded by the weather, and being open and shut for weddings, funerals, christenings, and how many little boys have peeped through that keyhole.
It was lovely coming because there was rainbows all over the skies. It was beautiful. We felt it was a sign.
I think that this graveyard over the centuries and at various different times has been tidied up a bit. I know that the tombstones along the edge are no longer anywhere near the graves that they were assigned to. And this is Mary, John and Robert's stone once again. Glad they put the windows in. What particularly pleases me about this shot is the beautiful blue sky, because it rained most of the way there. It's absolutely perfect blue by the time we arrived. These are the Gaymer windows from the outside. These are some shots of various houses in the village. I particularly like this one because you can see the number of times it's been repaired, windows taken in and out and topped off with those magnificent chimneys. And in the back garden, a lovely allotment, perfect box hedge there. I think in 150 years time ours might look like that. It's nice that the place names here show the local preoccupation with cider-related activities. I like to think that this could be the tree under which John proposed to Mary. It probably isn't, but it looks as if it's been around for quite a long time, doesn't it? Judy has always said that if she ever learnt to drive, she'd like to learn to drive in a Morris Minor with the wood on it. She calls them Tudor cars. Not so many of these around now, but still beautiful. And this was the first place name that we saw to do with the family. This one was Gaymer Close, which had a lovely old people's home attached to it. Further along on the journey, that doesn't look particularly interesting, and then you see this, the Gaymer Industrial Estate in Morris Gaymer Road. Morris is also remembered in some beautiful cottages. You can see the ghostly apparition of Judith in the windows of. Morris was sadly killed during the war in Singapore. But these cottages, which are currently being refurbished to modern eco standards, were put there in his memory. To good old Marion Ida. Good place to go if you want to train to be a plumber. This is Attleborough Station signal box. And this is the Gaymer's factory, right by the railway station. That must have been so convenient for the workers travelling in the outlying areas to get there. W.G. and Sons, 1925. Wonder if old John and Mary thought that this would be what they'd be starting with their revolutionary cider press back in Banham. We've had a fabulous day walking in the steps of Judy's ancient relations, and we've seen some beautiful things, and we've had a thoroughly satisfying day.